Okay, so welcome back, guys. Today we are going to learn about a very important and a very interesting concept. These are called decimals. Okay, so in Hindi, this is also known as dashamlav. So basically, whenever you put a point on the number and then whatever there is, it is known as decimal. And in this video, we will learn about decimals. We will understand what it is. But before we move ahead, let me just quickly remind you that in the previous video we learned fractions. What were fractions? Basically, anything which is less than 1. If you remember, something which is not a whole number but a part of it is a fraction, right? So, so for example, on number line, this is 1, 2, 3, 0, or integers -1, etc. Anything which is in between of these numbers, anything which is not 0, 1, 2, all of those numbers can be represented as fractions. Okay, so some part of either 1, or if it is here, then you can say that 1 is whole and then again some part of 1. So eventually, if you look at it, fraction basically is something which is less than 1, which is why it's called fraction or parts. Today we will learn something which is brother of fraction. Same thing, but we have found a way to express it differently. Okay, and we call it decimals. In Hindi, it is also known as dashamlav. Yeah. Concept of decimals is also the same, except that in decimals, we'll talk about it. That why do we call it decimals and how it is a form of fraction, right? So because if there is a fraction, there's got to be a decimal. If there is a decimal, there is got to be a fraction. Understand it. So for every decimal, there is a fraction. For every fraction, there is a decimal. For every decimal, there might not be a fraction. Okay, and that's one type of decimal for which the fraction, only the closest or the nearest fraction will exist. Okay. So then we will see fraction to decimal. How do we convert? Okay, what is 10th place? What is 100th place? And then we will look at the representation of a decimal on a number line. So, what is a decimal? So first let's see what is a fraction. 1/4 is a fraction, right? And in the previous one we also discussed that whenever there is a number where there is a numerator and there is a denominator, 1/4 essentially means 1 divided by 4, which essentially means that there is a thing which is divided into 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 parts, which is basically, and then when we take one part out of it, it becomes 1/4, because we are taking 1 out of the 4 parts. So it is nothing but 1 divided by 4. So let's try and divide 1/4. Will we be able to divide 1/4? The answer is no, because 1 is smaller than 4. And in order to make sure that we are able to divide it, we introduce decimals. So we write 0, okay, because 0 has no value. 4 zeros is 0, 0, so 1 is there. Then we put decimal, okay, then we put a decimal. The moment you put a decimal, okay, as soon as you put a decimal here, what happens is that you can borrow and put a 0 here. Okay, so you can assume that 1 0 has come because you have put a decimal here. And now we will go on the other side of the decimal, which is on the right side of the decimal, and then we will start to divide it. So now 10 is divisible by 4, right? So 4 2s are 8. 2 is the remainder. Again, because we have put point here, okay, or decimal here, so every time there is a remainder which is less than the divisor, and it is a decimal division, every time there is a remainder, we have the liberty of putting a 0, okay, till the time we are able to completely divide it. So 4 20, can we divide? Yes. 4 5s are 20. Now the remainder is 0. So now we have closed the decimal division of it. And what is it equal to? it has come to, it basically is equal to 0.25, right? So 0.25 is nothing but a decimal representation of 1 by 4. So for every fraction which you have, you will have a decimal. Okay, for every fraction you will have a decimal. Now let's see, and 2 by 3. Okay, so let's see. Interesting, it's just a different way of representing a fraction, that's it, nothing else. So 2 3. Now, oh sorry, my bad, wrote the opposite. 3 2. Now 2 is less than 3, so what we will do, we will put a decimal, right? The moment we put a decimal, what happens? We have the liberty to bring a 0 here. So this number becomes 20. But now whatever we will divide, we will put it on the other side of decimal, right? We will not put it here. So it will not take tens value. Whatever we put, it will be smaller than 1. So 6 3s are 18. It is 2. Again 0 is come. 0 will be here. Again 6 3s are 18. 2. 0 will come. And you can continue to do that till infinity, and it will continue as 6666. It is generally represented as 0.6 and a dash on top of 6, which means that 6 will continue to repeat. It's called recurring decimal. Recurring means something that repeats itself. So 2 by 3, it can be represented as 0.6 recurring decimal, right? Which means that 0.66666 up to infinity. And we can also write it as 0.66 dash, which means if you see 666666 will repeat, right? 66 dash will be more appropriate, because then it is a closer value. If you look at it, we can basically make it equal to 0.67 approximately equate. So like I said, every fraction can be expressed as a decimal number. Okay, so these are decimals are nothing but they are a different representation of fractions. Now let's see on the number line, where is it? Okay, let's see on the number line, and I will make a big number line here. Okay, 0 to 1. Okay, so the middle point as per fraction, it is what? 1 by 2. Now the same thing as per decimal is what? 0.5. If we were to divide this whole part between 0 to 1 in 10 equal parts, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, this becomes 0.1. okay, this becomes 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and you add one more, then it becomes 1.0, right? So basically we have divided it into 10 equal parts, which basically is the 1/10. Each part is like, this is 1 by 10, this is 2 by 10, this is 3 by 10, this is 4 by 10. So decimal basically is a representation in which we show numbers as 1/10 part, okay, of 1 between any two whole numbers or any two natural numbers. Okay, so we will show number as 1.1, which means that this number is nothing but this is 1, and add to that is 0.1, which is 1 by 10. So this can also be shown as 1 plus 0.1, right? And this can also be shown as 1 plus 1 by 10. In forms of fraction, it can also be shown as 1 by 10. And if we are to make it an improper fraction, this is a mixed fraction, then it will be 11 by 10, right? 10 into 1 plus 1, 11 by 10. So as you can see that, decimal representation, like the first place after the decimal on the right side, okay, it basically is the 1/10, that is the place value, that is 1/10. Now, and that's how the entire decimal system is represented. And we can go to the second place of decimal also, the first place. So it's like place value. If you remember place value, like there is a number 789. Okay, 789 is what? The face value of 7 is 7, but the place value is 100. This is units place, this is tens place, and this is hundreds place. So the place value is 7 into 100 plus 8. 8 is the face value. What is the place value? It is 10, because this is the tens place. Then there is 9. It is units place. So these are the place values of these numbers. Similarly, if the number were to be 789.68, right, and we continue this, so the after decimal, the place value of this is what? Face value is 6, but the place value is 0.1 or 1 by 10. That is the place value, right? This is 1 by 10. So see, basically what is this is 1 by 100. That is the place value, or 0.01. This is 0.1. Same thing, 1 by 10, when you do the division, you will get 0.1. 1 by 100, you will get 0.01, right? Plus 8 into 0.01. We can also extend it, like we can put 1 here, it will become what? 2 into 0.001. It is the thousandth place, right? 1 by thousandth. So decimal on this side can also continue, and every time in the denominator 1 0 will increase. So like 1 by 10, 1 by 100, 1 by 1000, 1 by 10,000, 1 by 1 lakh, or 1 by 100,000, 1 by 10 lakhs, or you can call it 1 by 1 million. It will continue. So that is basically the simple decimal representation. Okay. So yeah. So decimals and fractions, understand they are the same thing. Okay, and can any decimal be marked on it? Decimals on a number line, like I said, 0, 1. So for example, there's a decimal called, first of all, yes, any decimal can be marked on the number line. Any decimal. It is there on the number line. Can you mark it? Maybe for some decimals you will be able to, for some decimals you will not be. Yeah. And so for example, there is a decimal here between 0 to 1. Let's call it 0.162. Okay, 0.162. And understand, remember one more thing, that after decimal, do not call it as like 0.162, no, or 0.162, no. After decimal, only digits are called. So 0.162. If it is 162.62, you call it 162.62. You don't call it 162.62. Purist mathematics in play. Okay, so do as the purists do. Now if I have to represent 0.162, what happens is that, see, understand that this is what? 1 by 10th place, right? This is what? 1 by 100th place, and this is what? 2 is what? 1 by 1000th place, which means that this decimal 0.162 is nothing but 162 parts of 1000, right? Which means it can also be represented as 162 by 1000. Okay. A great way of representing decimal into fractions, I will tell you, is that, so for example, there is a decimal 0.3. What you do is that you write 1, okay, and then after the decimal, count the number of digits which are there and ignore all the zeros. So 0.30, if you're writing as 0.30, then there are 2 digits, so you write 1, and then you put, how many digits are there? 1, 2. You put 2 digits here, and then you can remove the decimal. It becomes what? 30 by 100. And then as you can see, 0 0 will cancel out, so it will be 3 by 10. So 0.3, if it was 0.3, you just basically put 1. How many digits after the decimal? 1. Put 1 0, remove the decimal, ignore it. So that becomes your equivalent fraction. Similarly 0.162, so 162 divided by 1, and then I count how many digits, 1 2 3, so 1230, 162 by 1000. So basically it is the 162 parts out of 1000. So it is simple, yeah, we can put this decimal on this. If we were to divide this whole thing into 1000 parts, let's say this was the 999th part, right, and then this was the 1000 part. So somewhere here you start counting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 162 somewhere here, 0.162. That's how you will be able to mark this decimal on the number line. If it was only 0.16, right, which means it is what, 16 parts of 100. So then divide this whole number from 0 to 1 in 100 parts, okay, 100 equal parts, and then count the 16th part. Whatever is the 16th part, that will be 0.16. So that's how you should be able to place all the decimals on the number line. Yeah, for example, there is a decimal. Let me give you some more clarity. Yeah. Okay, so if there is a decimal 8.32, how will you put it on the number line? Let's say up to 8. You already know that this will be somewhere between 8 and 9, because it is 8.32, so greater than 8, but because this is 8, so you understand that this is less than 9. 32 is what? 32 on 100. So after 8, we put how many parts? We divide this in 100 parts, and then we count the 32nd part, right? That part, let's say this is the 32nd. So let's say, and this is, here is 0. I know this is not the right representation. I've just magnified this part. So this number is 8.32. So we can put any number, any decimal number on the number line. All the decimal numbers are there on the number line. For us to be conceptually able to put it, that's how we should be able to place it. Yeah. And like for example, the decimal like 0.16. 0.16 equal to 16 by 100. Then we take out the common factors. We divide by 2. So it becomes 8 by 50. Again we divide by 2. It becomes 4 by 25. So 4 by 25 is nothing but 0.16. So a fraction, this is decimal, but their value is equal. So that was on the concept of decimals. It is just a way to represent fractions and vice versa. So remember that it is not something that which is very different. So I hope you enjoyed, and I am going to do another video on decimals. So come back and see that video. Write to me if you have any questions or any feedback, and see you in the next video. Bye.